Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. We have been able in until now to create an employee master, and while doing this, we have been uh, mm, working in futuristic manner, so that the objects, certain objects which we make, they can be utilized in our forthcoming uh, projects like the product master, supplier master, and so many other things. So it is not a good practice that we keep on um, duplicating the things which can easily be avoided. So that's why, as you have seen in the employee master, we have developed this form, right? So, and then this mechanism, uh, after this, whatever we do, uh, this is the editing and addition of the things, we do that. Okay. So, and we make the updation also, right? So this will be the common thing. That's why this form is called data entry sheet. DES we have given it, so that we can utilize it. All we need to do is pass on the required information to this form, and at the moment it is coming from the employee master. So all the employee master data will be used. Then next time we are going to supplier, for example. Now the supplier information will come with least changes. Okay, so this is called intelligent working. Mm. This is we are living in the age of business intelligence and artificial intelligence, and so many talks are going on about that. So we are focused on intelligence, but on the back of the intelligence is the God-given wisdom. Hmm? There is no word until now on which the people talk about the business wisdom. So wisdom, they all are talking about business intelligence, right? And business intelligence is uh, uh, is not as broad word as the word business wisdom. Never heard about the business wisdom, but because this is uh, the wisdom is given by the experience and by the way it means the wisdom which our the top men in the company, like the chairman or the CEO, the level of thinking, the level of his wisdom is remarkable, different than the one who is on the lower grade side, right? So, what we can uh, means what I want to tell you, to share with you the idea is that the the business intelligence and artificial intelligence, they all are good if they are given with the due support of the wisdom, and wisdom is God given. It is given not to everybody, right? So it is open as much as you do the hard work, you get the experience, and then you start having the vision, you start having the wisdom, the taste of the wisdom. And while we were developing this, we were demonstrating a little bit of the wisdom that we will be utilizing it later, that will causing that will save us the time, right? So for example, we have completed our time, our work, in detail with the employee. Now let's see how quickly we utilize our experience and convert this employee master into the supplier master. And we know that for employee we have M sheet, and for supplier we have supplier sheet, right? Make sure that it is complete supplier, right? Not employee. Employee is 3 characters, the supplier is okay. So what we do is we go to the supplier master, and we go to the sign, and we go to edit. So this is where we are going to make the changes. The supplier is fine. This is right. Most of the things are done. The only thing is here that when you are authorized, now you want not this message to come, but you want this to be branched to a subroutine which would say supplier master, right? Okay. So when you write this, then you of course need a supply master. This it should be the same name, right? Right? Supplier master. Enter. That's right. Okay. Now, in this, we are supposed to the now remember what the employee master did. It started to show the form. Which form? This file form. So we want this to be M form to be copied. But when you see when you click the right click, you don't see anything to copy. So we do one thing in a smart manner, that we rename it this, but do not save it, right? Without saving it, we are going to rename it. Okay, so let's rename it as a supplier. Yeah, okay. So we have made this supplier. Let me check if the supplier is already in the destiny. So let's remove all these so that it does not get confused with that. Okay. So we have smartly just renamed it temporarily. This is temporary. We are not going to save it. If we save it, then we will spoil our running system, right? Supply. We have renamed it. Now we can export it. We export it as a supply, right? It is saving in my own folder, right? It is saved. Now the job is well done. Now let's rename it back. Oh, let's rename it back, and the renaming is that we get it back. EMP. That's it. We press enter. That's it. Now, just to make sure that it is working, right? Nothing went wrong. So if you click run while remaining in this, it is running. It's fine. Okay, the employee master. Now, how to bring the supplier master? There is no form here to show the supplier, but we have exported it, right? Temporarily renaming it, etc. So let's import it. Let's import a file supplier. Yeah? Now you will see a supplier form is free. So this way you know how we can make a copy of existing form, right? And now this is the first thing, and then here we can write that the things which we wrote in case of employee. If you go and see the employee master button, Yeah, this was the product transfer. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. This. So m dot show employee master was m dot show. We will say supplier dot show, right? So supplier dot show, but we will not execute it. We will do certain things necessary, right? Supplier show. It has to be the same spelling. That's right. Supplier, lowercase or uppercase doesn't matter, but supplier dot show. That's fine. Now let's double click on it, and we want this employee things to be removed, right? So let's remove this employee ID, replace it with the supplier ID. Yeah, supplier ID. Okay, and in the title bar, in the caption, it is showing display and edit. Yeah, so let's remove this employee, replace it with the supplier. Wonderful. You see how easy it is made, and you would love to to do it yourself when you will be doing, and it will the look and feel is such a nice in Microsoft application. Okay, anyway, so these are the initial steps you have done. Okay, now you know that every form has an initialize event, right? So let's go to the view code of this. This is the form cell. Here we will replace all the M with supplier. So F, and we will make sure that it only remains within the current procedure, not the entire project. Otherwise, we will spoil it. So it's make sure your work is safe and sound and no risk. And when you click in here, now you have mitigated the chance of error. Okay. So current procedure will find this and replace with what? Replace with supply. It has to become consistent, not that sometimes you write supply, sometimes you write suppliers. No, it has to be consistent. When supply, then supply. There's no S in the supply. So you supplier. Yes, it should be consistent. Okay. So let's replace it all within the current procedure. So it has made three replacements. That's fine. And what else? You can see the employee ID is appearing. Huh? So let's make it supplier ID. Okay. So for this, first of all, you want to show the form and click on this here, and here first of all you got to replace it in the property because the names are set in the property, right? Supplier ID. Okay, now let's get back to the code, right? Okay, this is the initialization. Now suppliers are then now employee ID is to be replaced with supplier ID. Let's instead of doing this way, or it's always better you use Control F and find and replace so that it does not leave anything within the current procedure. This way you will not accidentally overlook certain things which you want to do this. Okay, so this will be replaced with supplier ID. So replace all. Okay, one replacement done. But although it's a long way to do this, all this, you could, but you, this way you are ascertaining that nothing is left. You have not accidentally overlooked something. Okay, what else? The other thing is, I think this is not being used, but let it be like this. Okay, enter and yeah, this is the list box. Emp, this is it. So emp dot dot, emp dot dot is going to be replaced with what? Supplier dot dot, supply emp dot, and this is going to be supplier dot, right? Replace all. Okay, one replacement is done. That's right. What else? So far, so good. So you have converted the amp to the supplier. Now let's run it and see if there is anything it will problem or it will not forget. Oh, wonderful. It has converted the supply and the employee into the form is converted, a mechanism remains the same. Instead of going to the emp sheet, it is now going to supplier sheet, taking the headers, taking all the information and populating the this box, whatever it is, and this. And let's see if this double click will get into the edit sheet. Look, yeah. So the edit sheet is previously this same form was allowing you to edit the employee data, but without adding a new form, the same form is now allowing you to make changes in the employee in the supplier database. Okay. So wonderful. So, so this was our lesson today that artificial intelligence is a good thing, but it has it requires the wisdom. Whenever you work, you act local, think global. This is the whatever you do, and keep an eye on the global impact of where you want to be and how these things will be utilized for multiple scenarios. Uh, So knowledge is proud that it knows too much, and wisdom is humble that it knows no more. So the more we are humble and we are watchful, the more we think about, then we will start having good visions, the ways to make real intelligence, uh, artificial intelligence, and so with the proper support of the system. Okay, so we have successfully converted the employee master to the supplier master. Hmm. Employee master was showing the employees, yeah, employees, and supplier master is showing the supplier. Hmm. And uh, and we have you utilize the common form for editing. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this session, and we will come up with more enhancements and further our videos. Please stay tuned to us. Thank you very much.